I hope you can hear me. I hope the live is working. I'm not even sure because my camera's been going off. My camera's been going on. So I'm not even sure what's working, what's not working. But I know today's a brand new day. My computer is slow. I hope it doesn't have anything wrong. We will see. I'm here live in Searcy, Arkansas, a few miles north of Little Rock, Arkansas, at Hardy. Get ready to host an amazing with my new friends, Jace and Karen Height, in the Scale with Stability Summit. And reminded me today I want to speak about all things. Is it time for you to build your next your big event? That's what I want to talk about today. But I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed. I even have a screen up in front of me now. I can't even see my screen properly. This is interesting. Let me see if I can get rid of this. But I'm glad you're here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's amazing when you... Oh, there he goes. Little X there. Okay, good. So let's see if I'm heard even. Microphone. Oh, this is the wrong microphone even. There we go. There we go. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully it will sound well. But we'll see in a few minutes if people start to join us live, and we'll see that. I got some sniffles. I may end this show a little bit earlier. My nose is running, so maybe I should have even paused this show. But you know what's important? It's important to be consistent. And I said, you know what? I do have a message to share. I do have something to say. Doris is here, so we know we're working a little bit, Doris. And if you can hear me well, let me know, Doris, if you can. I know it doesn't sound as good as me being in my regular studio, but I said, hey, I want to come and share with everybody today and give some insight. So welcome to a brand new day. Doris, glad you're here. Let me know how it sounds on your end, and we'll get into the show. But hey, sit back, relax. We have a lot to share today. Maybe not a lot to share today, but no matter if it's a lot or a little to share, it's always going to be something impactful that can help take your business to the next level. So welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon Show, live from Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas, a few miles north of Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome, and we're glad you're here. So we got a lot to unpack today, and today is a great day, and I'm glad you're here today. Thank you so much, Dr. Jeannie. Glad you're here. Glad you can hear me. Doris says she can hear me. Glad you're here. Dr. Jeannie Snyder, y'all check out what Dr. Jeannie's doing. Love having you all here today. And I may have to go off camera briefly because I got some sniffles. My nose is running. Don't have any tissue with me. It is what it is. I'm giving you the raw, unfiltered truth. But listen, let's dive right into it. So one, I'm here at Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas. And what an amazing experience it's been for me. The staff have been great. And in fact, there's a story about this coffee that I have right in my hand that I got from my friend Dan, who's in fact right here. He's going there now. Amazing that I just saw him. He's playing some old hymns in his pocket, a little radio or recorder he has. Here's what happened. I'm sitting in the lobby here of Searcy, of Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas. And I don't need coffee, but I wanted something warm. My voice is a little sniffly, my throat, and so I've actually should have probably had a cup of hot water. Hey, Greg, glad you're here today. And I saw this gentleman. I said, hey, do you know where there's a cup of coffee I could have or anything like this? And there's coffee shops around, but they open later. I've been here since about 4:45 in the morning. And he said, no, I'm not sure. Very kind guy. And he walked away, and he went away a bit, and he came back, and he said, hey, by the way, there's a Keurig machine in an office up here. So he took me upstairs to an office, kind of his office-ish, and he let me use a Keurig machine. I'm a total stranger. Gave me some creamer, put some sugar in it, and I have some great tasting Dunkin' Donuts coffee, all from a great stranger. But here's the deal. Is he really a stranger? We're both at Harding University, which means he's probably a person of faith, a Christian. I am as well. There's something in common. We're both early morning people. We're both here for this event, Scale with Stability. He's not here for the event, but he's here part of it in some way. And it goes to show you, even though we're different people, it's very possible that we can serve each other and still be dialed into the same frequency. This is the lesson of the day today. And as D.L. Hughley said, always have a smile. Always how you show up is important. And I want to share this with you real quick before we go on. Check this out.
You talked about smile and the importance of presentation. Can you just repeat that again? Why that smile and how you show
you remember when Magic Johnson got all his business opportunities. In addition to, he was a great athlete. There were a lot of great athletes, but what did he have? Smile. they said he had a smile that would light up a room. Because yeah, you can do your job, but to be trusted, it means affable. It means that you're approachable. It means that you are warm. And I think because we've grown up where a smile to our detriment in our communities, we haven't understood that we in a different environment, in the corporate environment, in an environment where you're trying to ask somebody for something. They have to see you as affable, as trustworthy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
There's nothing to hide.
Thank you so much.
So what did he say? They have to see you as affable, as trustworthy, as nothing to hide. So let's jump into this today. I want to teach you a little bit about how to produce your next big conference, if that is for you. And again, I'm at a different location. Sorry, there's been a little starts and stirs, it seems, today. I'm not off kilter, but I'm not in my studio. Nose is running. Don't have any tissue with me. Got some cup of coffee there, but I'm here. Anyways, let's move on. So Greg, glad you're here today. Greg, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon Show. Glad you are here. And clearly it's adding some value because you all are understanding what I'm putting down. What's up, Marcus Black? I'm sure, Marcus, you've been in those situations where you're doing something, but you're kind of distracted. You're kind of out of your kilter, but you still show up and you're a friend. So Marcus, thanks for being here. Greg, thanks for being here. Dr. Jeannie Sider, thanks for being here. It's always comforting to have you there. And I guess you're picking up what I'm putting down. Dan, the music man, setting the stage. Plus, we love the coffee stranger. Dr. Jeannie, that's exactly what I'm trying to share today. And my voice is even a little different because I'm in a big lobby here and I don't want to disturb other people. It's still a little dark. I got my headphones on. So the question of the day today for everybody here, we've talked about from D.L. Hughley, be affable, show up with a smile. Your presence is important. I shared you the story, Dan, the music man, who brought me a cup of coffee today, and what a blessing that was. But third point I want to bring up today is it time for you to do a big event or not? In fact, I'm going to show you where I'm at. Let's take a little tour here. This is the first time we've had a tour like this on the Rundown with Ramon Show. Now, this is not the main building where this event is at. This is not the main building. This is one of the buildings where the event is going to be held at. But this is the Scale with Stability Summit by my friends, JC and Karen Height. And you can see their banner here. Scale with Stability. They got Daryl Eves, who's one of the biggest guys on YouTube, who's going to be speaking here. Maybe you know Auntie Annie Pretzel. She's going to be here. And this is not the main room. This is just one of the rooms here. You can see here another sign there, #1 growth conference in the South. That's a huge claim to have. They got almost 1,000 people here. And we got some of the exhibits here of people here who are exhibiting. That says Boostability. You got Core Group here. You got First Community Bank is here, selfpublishing.com. You got a lady there with some of her books, Stop Giving Your Money to the IRS, people setting up. You have here, good morning, how are you? I'm good. You have here Graffiti Media exhibiting there. So you have this event that's happening, and back there, out of those doors there, you got about 1,000 business owners. I mean, these are legit business owners, some multi-million-dollar businesses. In fact, many are here at this event. And it got me thinking, is it time for you to do your first event? Now, doing a big event is not for everybody. I've produced, hosted, used my own money to host and do over 10 events over the last few years, starting in 2006. And so I know what it takes to produce a large conference. I've done it several times. I've marketed it. The question for you all, is it time for you to do it or not? Dr. Jeannie is saying, yes, it is time. I love that, Dr. Jeannie. So here's a few things that I've learned in my playbook over the years of what does it take to produce a large, impactful event. It's number one to ask yourself, why are you even doing this event? What's the purpose? And be honest. Is it just to boost your ego because you want to be on stage? Could be. That's part of the reason why I do events. I don't know if it boosts my ego, but I can apply and speak at other people's events, other people's stages, and they can deny me or not. Or I could do my own. That was really one of the reasons I started my own event. I was tired of applying. I said, let me do my own big event. Let me do my own event and be on my own stage. So understand why you're doing it. Is it to build your brand, which is important? Pinky Cole of Slutty Vegan said, money can give you visibility or visibility can get you money. So is it to build up your brand? Now, that should still lead towards goals. It's maybe generate leads. And leads, of course, leads to customers. Customers leads to sales. It is one reason you can make money from the event, because the event should be a revenue generating activity that you invite sponsors to sponsor your event. And they pay you $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, whatever it is, to sponsor your event. Is it that you have your own product and services, your own coaching services? Has its own services that people are not only buying it to the event, they're also going to be he's going to be selling something there from at his own event. So what's the reason you want to do this? And there's many ancillary reasons to have a big event. Ancillary, I think, is the word. You can invite press, invite the media, but other people who maybe or you just called during your call, but now that you're having there's a different reason to show up and be there. So why do you want to do this event? This is an important question to ask as one who's done this many, many times. Why do you want to do the event? How are you going to make money from the event? There has to be some reason, some way to get your return on your investment for the event. Why are you going to do this? Second thing, to be very clear, who is the event for? This is important. Is this for business owners? Is it for single moms? Is it for stay-at-home dads? Is it a B2B conference? Is it for business experts? Is it for coaches? Is it for those who are in the South who want to come together? What's the purpose that you're doing this event? Ask yourself this: do you need a headliner? Do you need a big name person to come to an event? More and more, I'm seeing that some events, if you want it to be that big and have the cachet, you may need a big headliner. This event, John Maxwell's coming. But I'm hearing more and more from people that you don't need a headliner to have a successful event. And success can be measured by the ticket sales. Success can be measured by who's in the room. Success can be measured by the amount of people. Many ways to measure the success of an event. But more importantly, of course, you don't want to lose money at an event. You want to make money. So do you even need a headliner? Other thing that goes into producing an event, it does take quite a bit of money. Takes money to hire the staff because you need staff to set the event up. You need staff to provide directions. You need staff to staff the registration table. You need staff to do the run of show, staff to produce the event and get the speakers there and help them. Do you have a sales team that can help drive ticket sales and etc.? What about the audio video of the event? Do you have a stage? Do you have lights? Do you have cameras? Do you have action? Lights, camera, action. Do you have microphones? Do you have somebody to run those microphones? Not just mic runners, but somebody to staff the audio? Do you have video cameras? Are you recording the event or not? Is there lighting? That takes money. They're putting up the rigging for lights, building a stage if you don't have one. All those things take money. Are you going to be feeding your attendees in some way, shape, or fashion? If it's a 3-day conference and you don't want them to have to leave and go off-site, you're going to have food there somewhere. So are you having food? The venue space alone costs money. So these are all the things you want to consider as you're thinking about producing your next large event. What is the marketing plan for the event? Are you marketing the event? If you want to get 500 people, that means you're probably reaching 500,000, 5 million people. Forgot the number, but there's some broad level math you need to do. So is it time for you to produce your next big conference? I don't know. I've done it many times and I will be doing it again. But this is the thing to know. Love it, love it, love it. Chris Cushing says one of the ways to measure success is the value you can provide. That's exactly right. What's the value you can provide to the audience? And the way to measure that, though, also is, did they buy tickets to the event? Are they buying the product that you're selling? What's the way to measure that? Is this event? So what's the value you're providing to the audience? Hey, Chris Cushing, glad to have you here. Greg Becker says he's going to do 800% live event because I know that'll help others to live a much better quality of life. There we go. So this is one reason Greg wants to do it, I guess. And Greg, I guess whether you make money or not, I guess in your case, maybe in this season, you can do it. Now for me, the events I do, full disclosure, I oftentimes, many of the ROI I do, not only to the amazing things like Chris and Greg are saying, I want to add value to other people. Greg says, because I want to getting other things out of the way first so I can apply necessary focus. I will help others as much to have a better quality of life. There we go, Greg, yes. And I know one thing, I put money to many of the things I do because money for me in this season is important. It's not important for everybody. But in addition to measuring, like you said, Greg, you want to help others. When I help others, one way I want to measure that is, did I get a return on the money that I put into that event? So I hope this gave you some catalyst as you're thinking about, is it time for you to produce your first large event? And you may not want to do a large event. You may want to do a smaller event with 10 people or 20 people. There's many different ways to do it. Malika Starr's in the room. Malika, good day. Glad you're here. I work with my best friend, Teresa, in events for 20 years. She is a master certified meeting planner. You are telling the truth. Exactly right. I'm not certified. I'm not a special person. I'm not a meeting planner. I'm not anything like that. But I produced over 10 events, large events, and dozens of smaller ones. So maybe I should get some certification too. But everybody, it's a great day. And my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon Show. Had a little bit of starts and turns to today's event. I got some sniffles in a different location. Wasn't sure if things were working right. I want a smaller screen, but hey, I showed up. This is the Rundown with Ramon show, asking you and challenging you today. Is it time for you to produce a large event? I'm going to say a large event. Let's say 100 or more people. There's events you can do with 10,000 people. That's a whole mega event. But I think 100 or more people is a large event. So in the chat, if you know it's time for you to produce a large event, let me know. That's 100 or more. Is it time for you to produce a large event? Yes or no? And I want you to put yes, large event. Number 2 challenge to you today. Is it time for you to produce any size event? And then I want you to put yes, smaller event. If you've never produced an event and it's time for you to produce a smaller event, yes, smaller event. And if you have produced an event before, maybe put a link to it. So I'm just curious who's in the room, and I like it. Malika says, I'm going to take baby steps and go for a smaller event. Malika, that is wonderful. And everybody should take baby steps. I shouldn't say everybody, but everybody may want to consider taking baby steps. But listen, I need to say my voice. I'll be hosting this conference. It's already almost 6:30. Over the next few minutes, I'll be there, and I want to make sure I'm prepped for it, ready for it. So I want to say my voice. I'm already feeling a bit scratchiness. I got a production meeting with the team. But listen, let me stay here for a bit. Cindy's here, and I just saw Cindy yesterday as she was slurping down some barbecue, and I was too. Cindy Baker, glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. Ayanna, thanks for being here. Ayanna, the Rundown with Ramon. Hey, Chris Cushing is helping me build and soar. Always love you here, Chris. Appreciate you being here today on the Rundown with Ramon show. Yeah, large events are scary. Can I support you in planning the big events? It's possible. And the biggest support I need many times, Malika, is simply showing up. So thank you so much for that. And it's sure always happy to have people who can support, but also keep in mind, I want to make sure that, and it's in the support, Malika, just so you know, I'm going to recap what it takes to produce an event because we're thinking of doing the Genius Talks Awards. It's either going to be in Atlanta or New York, and we're already planning for that. What does it take to do an event, Malika? I'll tell you all exactly what me and Chris Cushing are planning. And so one, you heard me say Chris Cushing's name. She's operations manager. Do you have somebody who can run what I call run the play? I'm the visionary, and she's a visionary too, but I'm the visionary. I know exactly what I want, how I've done it. I've done events dozens of times, so I know how to do an event. But this is where it takes pulling together a team. Do you have somebody who can work with you to help run the event, especially logistics and details? What's the agenda going to be like? Is that put together? Who can speak at the event? When I say who can speak at the event, speaking at an event is a dime a dozen. I have thousands of people who can speak at an event. That's easy. But you only have 10 slots, 12 slots, 5 slots, and each and every slot you pick, they have to be an impactful person who can make the event a success. And the least hard thing is somebody who can just speak on stage. Anybody can speak on stage. Or they can speak on stage, or they can help me sell tickets to the event. You have to understand this because some of you, you're so heart-centered. I just want to help people. I just want to make the world a better place. That's not enough because you can make the world a better place and be in massive debt. So this is what you need to think about. Thank you for that, Doris. I appreciate it. So everybody, I think I'm going to stop right there to say my voice. We have a production meeting, a team meeting. Thank you for allowing me to be here on the Rundown with Ramon. I'll be here probably tomorrow, a little better show because I understand where I'm at better and have a little more time to prepare. But I want to say my voice. I'll be on stage for 3 days, and it's a brand new day. So be blessed, be well, and let's go out and make the world a better place. And I appreciate y'all being here on today's Rundown with Ramon show.